Hello, welcome to Michelle Sews Again. I'm Michelle. Today is Friday, so you know what that means. It is another hashtag Friday Sews kind of day. So what I'm going to do today, instead of just sharing with you what I made last week, I'm going to share with you what I made for the month of September. So I'm going to combine my September makes with my Friday sews. So if that sounds interesting to you, then hang on. Okay, so the month of September, I was out of town traveling for half the month. Literally half the month. We left town on September 16th and we didn't come home until last Sunday. Yeah, last weekend. So I was gone the whole second half of the month. Did not have access to a sewing machine, so I didn't sew anything. I did start knitting something. I'm probably not going to finish that, and I'll get into why in a minute. So let me share what I made in the month of September. I was not super productive because, like I said, I wasn't around, unlike Christine from Christine Sews a Lot, who got 20 things done even though she was out of town for 3 weeks. That blows my mind. If you, I'll link her in the description box because that just blew my mind. I got 6 things done, which I guess for being gone half the month isn't too bad. So the first thing that I finished was the Rebecca Page skinny jeans. So as I've mentioned before, I am a brand ambassador for Rebecca Page, and what she asks us to do is we sign up to make a garment that is a soon-to-be new release. It's not a test. She's already gone through the testing process with her test group. This is for us to have a garment ready to share on social media once the release goes live. So I chose the skinny jean pattern, but there is a jeggings version. And the difference between the skinny jean and the jeggings, there's 2 major differences. One is the fabric. So the skinny jeans require a lot less stretch than the jeggings. I want to say the skinny jeans are like 25% stretch, where the jeggings require 50% stretch. And the skinny jeans have a full fly front, so a real zipper and a button and all that. And the jeggings have a continuous band and a faux fly front if you choose. I opted out of the faux fly front. That's a tongue twister. And they both have front pockets, and the back pockets are optional. And so I have a review. I'm not going to get into detail on this because I do have a review. I will link it in the cards here. But ultimately, I really like the way mine came out. I made them out of a faux suede that I got from Joann's. It's a really nice, lush suede. It feels really faux suede. It feels very nice. It's a stretch faux suede, and I made them in a hunter green, so they'll be perfect for fall. And other than a little bit of tweaking I need to make on the side near the top of my thighs, they fit really well. They kind of go out a little bit there, so all I need to do is nip that in and they'll be perfect. So yeah, go check that video out on that review. I'm really happy with them. Her instructions are truly incredible. All right, the second thing that I made is my Fiber Mood Molly jacket that I did as a collaboration effort with Yvette from Blossom Sandwich. I will link her channel in the description box as well. So she and I both discovered that we had the same Ankara fabric and decided to do a collaboration with kind of one fabric 2 ways. And so I used mine for the Fiber Mood Molly jacket, and I will link a card up here to that review. And I did the jacket reversible. So one side was the beautiful Ankara fabric, and the other side was one of my fun tie-dye fabrics that I like to make. So that is make number 2. Make number 3 is the Closet Core Cali dress that I made out of another ice dye fabric that I made, and I will link a card up here to that review. I really like this dress. I do need to take it up in the waist a little bit, but I mean, I really like that dress. I love the fabric. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. And the fourth thing is actually a collection of things. I made 3 little girl dresses for Project Dress a Girl that was hosted by Mari from MariSews. I will link her channel in the description box as well. Please go check out all these beautiful sewists. They have amazing channels. They bring you excellent content. And if you're not already subscribed, then you absolutely should. So if you're not aware already, Project Dress a Girl was an event that Mari hosted in the month of September. She rallied the sewing community, you know, YouTubers and non-YouTubers alike, anybody who sews, she rallied them to come together and make a dress for a little girl. Some people made one, some people made a ton, and basically these dresses went to little girls in impoverished communities that are at risk for human trafficking. And what this program does is it educates the families and the little girls on the perils and risk factors for human trafficking and things to look out for to keep them safe. And on top of that, little girls get a beautiful dress that they may not have had access to otherwise. And I just think it's a great program. So I made 3 dresses. I made one using Mari's tutorial that she had put out, really simple dress, so cute. And I made 2 from, did I do them both from that? Yeah. I made 2 from a new look pattern that I had. I want to say it was 6611, that was really simple as well. So yeah, I believe she's going to host this again next year. We're going to get advance notice next year. So if you didn't get a chance to participate this year, keep an eye out for it next year. It'll be even bigger. I mean, I want to say she got to 890 confirmed entries. I mean, how amazing is that? And I think she still had stuff coming in. My guess is she's going to go over 1,000. And I get goosebumps when I think about it. All right, so that's what I made in the month of September. What is on my table for next? So I cut out, I had made this ice dye. This was a little bit of an ice dye fail. So my goal with this fabric was to do a reverse tie-dye. So I had a piece of chambray, well, it was a chambray sheet that I had picked up on my sewcation from the Goodwill Superstore. We went thrifting one night and I got this. It was just a flat sheet made out of a light blue chambray. And my goal was to do a reverse tie-dye, which for a reverse tie-dye, what you do is you fold your fabric up in the pattern that you want. You soak it in either bleach or color remover, and then you dye in the areas where you removed the color. So I had taken my sheet, I folded it up in like the flag fold, and that's kind of the same technique that's used for shibori tie-dye. And I'll pop a picture up here. I did think to take a picture of it in between stages. So I have a picture of it with the white, with the color removed, so you can see the white stripes. It looked pretty cool. And actually, if I wasn't so intent on dyeing it on top of that, that would have been a really cool fabric to use in and of itself. So what I ended up doing was I didn't think, because you have to wash the bleach out. So one way that you can neutralize because I used bleach, I didn't use color out or color remover, I didn't have it. So one way that you can neutralize it is to soak it in a hydrogen peroxide solution. Well, I didn't have any. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just throw it in the washing machine and wash the bleach down. I didn't think I could throw it in the washing machine with it all folded up. So I unfolded it, washed it, dried it, soaked it in the soda ash. My thought was that the color would just go into the white spaces. Unfortunately, the blue was so light that the dye overtook it. So you can't even see where the previous sheet color was. There's a little bit of it here. I don't know if you can see there. There's some of the blue with the white, with the blue color removed. I just happen to have like a section where the dye wasn't so dark, but that's an exception. And that's actually a pocket bag. So it's, I think, oh no, that's the sleeve gusset. So yeah, anyway, I mean, I've been lucky in that my tie-dye fails have still turned out to be pretty tie-dye fabric. So I'm not unhappy with this. I'm just disappointed that it didn't do what I wanted. So here's, I just think the color combination's really fun. It's really pretty for fall. So what I did was I put a picture of the fabric in my community tab and gave you guys two options that I was thinking about to make the fabric in. One was another of my Marlowe, which that didn't go on my September makes because I made it in October. Yeah, I was just thinking. All right, so one was the Seamwork Marlowe. The other was the Pattern Fantastique MariSews dress as a top. The MariSews, there was no contest. There wasn't a single vote for the Marlowe. Every single vote was for the MariSews. It was a runaway election. So I've cut out the MariSews, and that is what's next on my table. Wow, that was a long-winded answer for that. Okay, the second thing that I'm working on, and I'm gonna start that as soon as I'm done with you guys right now, is I got, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 colors, 13 different colors of purple dye from Dharma Trading Company. I thought I got all the purples. That was my intention. I just went on Dharma's website and there are some purples that I didn't buy. So I'm not sure what happened there. I really intended to buy every purple that they had. I'm only missing a couple. So they do sell out of colors, and a couple of the colors that I bought are now showing as sold out. So maybe that's why. Maybe the colors I'm missing were sold out when I placed my order and now they're in stock. I don't know. Regardless, I have plenty of purples to do what I need to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of, I have 10 yards of white cotton fabric that I got from Amazon. I'm going to take 3 yards of that and I'm going to dye something fun for one of the prizes for the Sew Purple to End ALZ challenge that is running for the month of October. If you're not familiar with that, I will link a video in the cards so that you can be introduced to the challenge. It's one that I'm running in support of the Alzheimer's Association, bringing awareness to Alzheimer's because October marks the 1-year anniversary that I lost my father to Alzheimer's. So I want to do what I can to help raise awareness and hopefully raise some money. So if you're interested in donating any money, then I will link the tribute page to the donation website in the description box below. All right, and then the next thing after those two things that's on my plate, I don't know if you can see it over there on my ironing board, but my fabric that I am using for my collaboration with Sarah from the Naughty Gnome is going to be my next project. I gotta be honest, I really struggled with coming up with what I wanted to make. Okay, so this is the fabric. Every time I see it, it makes me smile. Oh my God. Seriously, it's just happiness. Okay, so the reason I struggled with this is because I want to make something that's interesting so that it's not the same old thing that you guys have always seen from me, but I also want to make something that I'm going to reach for often because I love the fabric so much. I don't want it to sit in my closet, so I don't want to make something that's interesting, but not something I will just wear at the drop of a hat. So I really struggled. I did finally, I had 7 options, and I know I'm rarely ever this indecisive, you guys, but I struggled with this one. So I couldn't have you guys vote on it because Sarah can't know what I'm gonna make. So I sent the 7 options to my sewing buddies, and they were no help. They all voted for something different. So at least that made me feel better that there wasn't like one obvious answer that was like, oh, that should be what it is. So Mari actually had a good suggestion. She told me to put the numbers in a hat and pick one. So that's what I did. So I got my pattern, and I'm actually going to do a little hack. So it will be new and different. So I'm excited about that. So I have 2 weeks, I think, to finish that up. Maybe a week and a half now at this point, because I think it's Wednesday, the week after next. All right, and then the other thing that I am starting today is a knitting project, which is why I don't think I'm gonna finish the other one. That was just something for me to do while I was on vacation. It's not a big deal if I don't finish it. I wasn't super excited about it anyway. So I am starting an MKAL, which is MKAL, which stands for Mystery Knit Along. And it is a Stephen West. He's a knitting designer, if you're not familiar with knitting. And he's pretty popular. He's one of those, designers that has a pretty big following. I've never knit any of his patterns before because they do tend to be complicated and I'm not a complicated knitter. So, but I was curious. I've never done a mystery knit along. So basically, I think it's the month of October. I am not 100% sure how many weeks it is, but you only get a piece of the pattern every week. So you kind of knit along, a week at a time. There's no pressure. So if I'm behind and I don't catch up, if I don't do the whole first week section before next week's reveal, it's not a big deal. I'll just keep knitting as everybody is, getting the new sections. So I'm starting that today, and I haven't started it yet. And I want to show you the yarns that I picked. I don't remember if I showed you guys these yet or not. They're very fall colors. So there's some neutrals in here and some colors. So it's kind of me. Yeah. So I've got this beautiful, just a true grass green maybe. I don't know what you would call that. What are they calling it? They just call it a number. So that's no fun. All right, so I got my green. I got these golden colors. These are both Cloudborne Superwash Merino fingering yarns, and they're from Cloudborne. And then this beautiful rusty orange color. Does this one have a name? None of these guys have named their colors. This one is from BC Garn, and it's the Bio Shetland. So I got that, and then I got this beautiful orchid purpley color. Yeah, none of these colors have names. Not a big deal, they are pretty anyway. And this is a Cascade 220 fingering yarn. So yeah, so all of these together are gonna make a really beautiful fall shawl. So I'm excited about that. It's nice to have a knitting project at night while I'm watching TV with my husband so that he doesn't feel like I'm ignoring him. A lot of times I spend the evenings at my sewing machine, so every once in a while I have to come out of my hideout. Okay, so that's it for what I'm working on. So now life. I started my new job this week. I started on Monday, and so far so good. I love everybody that I've met with. This whole week has been pretty much nothing but meet and greets. I've been involved in a couple of division meetings, and I had a training on the reporting system this morning, which was, I love that stuff. Reporting, digging in and analyzing the business is like what I love to do. I'm a geek about it, so I enjoyed that. We've had a couple of assortment reviews. So if I haven't mentioned, I am in corporate retail, and I'm on the planning analytics side. So I do a lot of forecasting of sales. A lot of times, my current role, I won't be doing this, but I manage inventory levels, markdown cycles, and things like that. And so I love being part of the assortment reviews because I did, as I mentioned before, I did start my career on the buying side, and then I flipped over to the planning side, which is the analytics side. So I also love the product side. And this is the first company that I've worked for in a long time where I'm actually excited about the product. So I love being excited about the analytics piece, but it's really fun to have both of those merged together. It's really exciting. And the culture at this company is fantastic. So I'm really excited. The other thing life-wise is I've been sick all week. I'm still sick. I've been running a fever off and on since Monday. I've been achy and feverish and chills all week. I honestly thought that I might have COVID again. I had it back in January. I went and got tested. Thankfully, it was negative. So this is either just the flu or possibly even strep, because I have had a very sore throat all week. The sore throat's kind of calmed down, which makes me think it's probably not strep. It was probably just postnasal drip causing the sore throat, but I haven't been stopped up. Anyway, I felt like crap all week. Hopefully that will go away in the next day or two, so that next week I can be very alert for my new job. I think that's pretty much it. Let's see. Any other notes? No more notes. That's all I got going on. So my husband is out of town, and he comes home tomorrow. He's been gone all week, so I'll be happy for him to come home. And I don't have anything else to share with you guys today. So I have some more videos lined up for next week. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me wherever you are. I hope the weather is amazing, and I hope you're able to get some sewing in. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.